All right, this is Derek Overby with 100 Interviews. We are back, still in Austin, still at South by Southwest, but now we have Jake Stroh with Lake Effect Multimedia. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's great. How has your South by been going so far?
It's been going really well.
Any great people you've met or great sessions you've attended?
Yeah. Gary V is definitely inspirational. For me, I just like the fact that he really is broadcasting the message of the power of the individual. And by utilizing social media, the power of the individual has the ability, all of us, to produce media that we're passionate about.
That's great. So Lake Effect Multimedia, what is that? Where did the concept come from, and kind of what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, yeah, the Lake Effect Multimedia, what we do is we build interactive experiences that delineate and distribute core brand messages. How I kind of came about that was I had a personal business epiphany while sitting on the shores of Lake Michigan, and it was a very clear vision that I needed to start this business and go in this direction. And I stopped doing print media work from that point on and focused primarily on audio and video content delivery on the web.
And that's what makes you a little bit, I guess, unique in the interactive, is because you do have that audio and video experience. Plus, you also have web design aspects to your business. So
absolutely,
really does kind of give you the trifecta, I guess.
Well, it really wasn't my intention. At one point, I thought, well, this whole audio and video thing, producing television spots and all that, I don't know, it's a thing of the past. And then I got into web, and then web became a broadcast medium.
So that really came in handy.
It came full circle.
That's awesome. So the reason that we came up with this whole 100 Interviews concept, Jake, was we really wanted to get kind of on the inside of how individuals are using social media, not so much from the expert or guru perspective, but more from the individual. How are you using social media to stay connected with your, maybe your closer friends? I know because we have a lot of friends out there in the social media sphere. But how are you using that to connect and stay connected with really close friends and, more importantly, with family?
Well, my dad just friended me on Facebook, which was kind of a unique experience, and good because he's
It's weird when you first hit that accept for the very first time.
Yeah, but my dad is also a very creative individual, and believe it or not, he's the person who called me up and said, "Hey, have you heard of this thing called Second Life?" And I said, "No, what is it?" "Oh, you got to check it out because the marketing that's going on inside of there is unbelievable."
So when your dad's telling you about Second Life, something is wrong.
Yeah, I know. That was a few years ago. But I don't know, he's connected in a very different way because he comes from kind of more of an analog kind of creative mindset. But the way he approaches digital is, I don't know, somehow he just finds out about this stuff. So
that's awesome.
So keeping in touch with family on social media is something that's just recent. The people that I know on social media are people that I met through social media based on our similarities and interests. A lot of us are in this line of work, and somehow through private betas and alphas and zetas and all that stuff, we go out and we experiment, and we're early adopters to a lot of these social media tools. And through that, we kind of have become familiar. "Oh, I remember you from, Seismic. I saw you on Twitter. I seen you over here, on Fred's or whatever, and all these other places." And you start to kind of run around with these people online, and then, it doesn't take too much time, and you start meeting these people, and they become part of your life.
Well, we're talking about that, meeting them offline, I guess, IRL.
Right.
Has that maybe built those relationships a little quicker and maybe a little stronger and deeper?
I have met the most fantastic people, and through social media, we have transcended the limitation of geography. I would have never met these people in my life. It would have been by happenstance. It would have taken a lot longer, and I have this really core group of great minds that I talk with on a day-to-day basis that have inspired me. I hope I have inspired them in exchange. And collectively, I think we've all become better as a group of people.
That's
because of
awesome.
it.
That's awesome. Well, I know, the term social media expert and guru is kind of loosely thrown around out there, and I'm not
Yeah.
expecting you to think of yourself in that
I
arena.
don't.
But, if we pull out the old crystal ball and we kind of look maybe in the next couple of years, 2, 3 years, from your perspective with the day-to-day activity that you're doing in your own business, where do you see social media kind of transcending into either mainstream America or, what do you see happening?
Sure. Social media, and why I don't think you can use the word expert, is because it's still very definable.
Right.
We don't know the full gamut of what this can become. I will say this, what I have been able to do at this point from a consulting standpoint with my clients is help them to amplify their message or simulcast their information out on some of these social media sites as to this is who we are, non-evasive, but this is who we are and this is what we're about, and it's tagged with things that are associated with that, to the point where we're allowing the opportunity for people who have no idea who these people are to find them based on general interests.
So you're not limited by the actual venue of where they might find this information. You're basically duplicating the content and putting it wherever it may be found.
Right, and so we're extending the reach beyond the traditional marketing media of the URL of a website being on packaging or something else. People can come across an organization or a product that they didn't even know about based on general interest. They might be a runner and they come across a certain product that just so happens to speak to the culture of runners.
That's great. Well, Jake, we really appreciate your time here with 100 Interviews today.
Sure.
Hope you enjoy the rest of your South by, and thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you.